go and teach you Negroes to not be so simple, buying chocolate flowers and dressing up in red. We got to teach our people culturally what not to do. We teaching social etiquette, right? We're teaching against abnormal behaviors. The Christian church talks about breaking generational curses, man. But in the ISUPK, we actually are breaking those curses. You know, we're not teaching our children to buy Valentine's gifts. We're not teaching them to acknowledge these traditions of men that were never given to us by our ancestors, by our forefathers. Abraham, Isaac, nor Jacob followed after other gods, man. And that's what made them special in the sight of the Lord. And that's how we have to be in current times. We have to be peculiar in the sight of the other nations, as the scriptures would say. All right. What's going to make you strange? Everybody's got the Bible, but who's practically applying it to their lives? Who's actually been given the authority, first of all, to teach this Bible and to literally, as far as the covenants are concerned, you have a literal contract with God if you so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. But we reject it for what? Vain traditions, man. We reject it for worshiping other gods, paganism, witchcraft, idolatry. Those are the things that we subscribe to when we embrace our oppressor's culture. We keep his traditions, and God hates them. He hates every single thing about the oppressor's holidays, all right? If you're so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you can't afford to celebrate anything that white society celebrates. I don't want you celebrating nothing that African society celebrates or East Indian society celebrates, all right? You got to learn what God has deemed holy and appropriate for you, all right? So let's get into it, Officer Quadam. We about to get into Valentine's Day. Let's get into the historical origin of Valentine's Day. Well, we'll just go into Lupercalia, all right? Go into Lupercalia, which is a fertility festival. And tell me what you got. If you at home online, just put it in your Google machine, man. Don't be a dumbass with a smartphone, all right? So lock it for my language, all right? Look up Lupercalia. It's pronounced Lupercalia, Lupercalia. That is the root to Valentine's Day that we were given as children. We're taught as children in this empire to go whoring after other gods. We're taught in this empire about things that we shouldn't know before our time.
Right.
What does a fertility festival have to do with prepubescent children, man? And everybody's outraged about the Epstein files. Right. Everybody's outraged about these P files.
Right.
But you're teaching them things about fertility before it's time for them to know these things.
Right.
And here we teach our children that sex is marriage.
That's right.
All right. That's the practical way to approach fertility. All right. And we shouldn't even be talking about it right now, man.
Right.
You think about they should be learning the ABCs and learning how to count and learn about phonics and vowels and consonants. They shouldn't be learning about sexuality to that extent.
That's right.
Okay. Anyhow, tell me what you got with regard to Lupercalia, the history of it.
Check. It says the Britannica says is it Lupercalia or Lupercalia?
I've heard it pronounced Lupercalia. I've heard it pronounced Lupercalia.
Okay,
this is a bastardized tongue, man. It truly is. And who gives a damn? Whatever you say, I don't care what you call it. You know what I'm saying?
It says Lupercalia. Disconnect. It says Lupercalia, ancient Roman festival that was conducted annually on February 15th under the superintendent.
On what now?
Superintendents.
Spell it.
Superintendence.
Superintendents?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we can look that up.
Super.
Why you doing that? Keep reading.
Comic-Con of a corporation of priests by Lupercy. The origins of the festival are obscure, although the likely derivation of its name from lupus, Latin meaning wolf, has variously suggested connection.
Salakia. So superintendents as a noun is the management or arrangement of an activity or organization, supervision.
Okay.
So this was structured, you know. When you think about how you learn to do anything, it comes from some other place.
Right.
Usually it's a bunch of heathens gathered together, creating, you know, letting their creative juices flow. And they're coming up with these ideals and these philosophies that have absolutely nothing to do with what is absolute. And that's the truth. All right. So when you come into the school, when you come into the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, you learn to deal with truth. All right. You learn what's real and what ain't real.
That's right.
All right. You're no longer dealing with the oppression of having to accept fallacy as reality. All right. This is the reason why the other nations, you know, they go after dumb idols. They have to create their gods because the one true living power, whose name is Yahweh, don't know them.
That's right.
He don't know them, but he know you, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, and child. He knows you and he loves you. All right. And what I understand about love, it ain't about, you know, this sweet feeling, butterflies in your stomach. It ain't about hugs and kisses, man. It's a fairy tale. Love is correction.
That's right.
All right. We're going to get into that. All right. So tell them where you are. Tell them what you're reading about.
I'm reading about a Lupercalia, is Britannica. It says of its origin, it's like name from lupus, meaning Latin or wolf.
Wolf. It's got to do with an animal, right?
Okay.
It's about the worship of an animal, the worship of a creature, not the creator, but the worship of a beast.
That's right.
Keep reading.
Comic-Con has variously suggested connection with an ancient deity who protect herds from wolves, and with the legendary she-wolf who nursed Romulus and Remus.
A legendary she-wolf that did what?
Nursed Romulus and Remus. Romulus and Remus.
You ever heard of the expression, you've been raised by wolves? A person that is described as being raised by wolves, how does that behavior? How do they behave?
Salaki, sir, animalistic.
Very animalistic. They have a bestial nature.
Right.
They don't operate in the realms of what's honorable or what's decent.
Right.
They have very, very low decorum. We talked about social etiquette. They do that which is abnormal. That's the other nations.
Hey,
Salaki. What's up, brother?
I just want to know if you can hear us.
I can hear you loud and clear, Officer Giannis.
The water, sir.
Hey, Most High in Christ. Shalom. Hey, Salaki, who do you have in Durham with you, brother?
Salaki, as of right now, I'm the only one here as of right now.
Most High in Christ. Yeah, you the one there, but you don't see all them angels that's in there with you. Yeah, buddy. Most High in Christ. All right.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Go ahead, brother.
Khan, sir. It says as a fertility rite, the festival is also associated with the god Faunus. And I got
the god Faunus.
Khan, and I got this looked up already.
Yeah, I knew you already had a tab on your phone.
It says Faunus is an ancient Roman ruled deity of the wild forests and fields, often depicted as half man, half goat.
Half man, half goat, like the fawn, right? Now that is wicked, man. You think about fantasy and mythology. This is the reason why the oppressor hearkens upon your children, you know, having such a broad and vivid imagination. He don't want you to focus on, you know, the things that are real, because our lives are real wherever we live. We deal with reality on another level. You don't have time to daydream and to be in la la land.
Right.
The oppressor, he what? You know, he exists in the metaverse. He's in an alternate realm altogether because he doesn't want to acknowledge God. He doesn't want to acknowledge the truth of God. So he comes up with his own ideologies, man.
That's right.
He's created his own gods of wood, gods of stone. And what's dubious is the fact that he's taught us to worship those gods. The people that God chose, the people that God knows, the people that are cursed whenever they do those things, whenever they go after other gods. This is what the oppressor does. And don't ever mistake they don't know who God's chosen people actually are. They know. This is the reason why they oppress us the way that they do. All right. Go ahead, brother.
Good night. It says he was originally worshipped throughout the countryside as a bestower of fruitfulness on fields and flocks, and was indigenous.
Heathen farmers,
Right.
dumbass heathen farmers out there, you know, just doing whatever, man.
Good night.
Isolated, you know, isolated on their own farms, doing God knows what with the animals, with the chickens,
right,
with the sheep, with the goats. Oh, Salakia, who's that? Oh boy, he looked like Captain I thought down there, boy. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yishpakathah. What's going on, brother?
Yahweh Shem Yishpakathah.
Speaking of farmers, this is not a dumb farmer right here.
Yeah, right.
This brother right here, man.
Need one of them coconuts he had on it.
A coconut. Oh yeah. Man, yeah. I can't wait to if we have the honor of going down there, man, and seeing, you know, the fruits of this brother's labor.
Right.
You know, because that's something that we should know. We should know how to, you know, raise crops and raise and care for, you know, livestock.
That's right.
Instead of us depending upon our oppressors to feed us, you know, we off in a bad way, man. Right. All right. But go ahead, brother Salakia. I got distracted when my brother came on here. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
It says his attributes were later identified of those of the Greek god Pan, and he became primarily a woodland deity with four sounds regarded as his voice. I got a question.
Go ahead.
Is this the same goddamn man as Peter Pan?
I wouldn't say that because I don't know much about Greek and Roman mythology.
Right.
But I know Peter Pan was what? He was a boy, right? Like a little.
He was, but they dressed alike because this picture. I could show this picture.
Right? Man, if you can pull it up, pull it up.
You
know what I'm saying?
Got this picture. It kind of looks like him. And then like it says it was a force regarding his voice. You know, Peter Pan, that's how he lured the children in by music.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And it was, of course, an old lovey-dovey thing, and they went to that
like
land.
Like the Pied Piper.
The Pied Piper. That's
and what was R. Kelly known for?
Good night. Good night.
The spirit on him. Salakia. Yeah. That's a disgusting thing, man.
It is.
You know, but that's the spirit of, you know, America.
Right.
That's the spirit of Christianity. R. Kelly was, you know, he came up in a church, you know, and he, women that were older than him took indecent liberty with him.
That's right.
And he was abused, you know, and that's what we're trying to protect our children from in here. You know, we have to teach them about no damn Pan or Peter Pan and none of that nonsense. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know if the people, can they see it at home? So the brother's going into the history of Lupercalia or Lupercalia, all right, honoring their gods of Faunus or Lupercus as a fertility god, all right? And we have to understand the ways by which you celebrate our oppressors' holidays. Those are actual rituals. So you don't think you're practicing witchcraft, but you are absolutely practicing witchcraft when you celebrate your birthday. You celebrate New Year's, when you celebrate Mother's Day and Father's Day and Thanksgiving and Christmas. You know, the way by which you do it, those are rituals. You know, getting a birthday cake, putting candles on it and lighting the candles, blowing the candles out. You got to make a wish before you blow it. That is a ritual. What is the ritual to Lupercalia? How do we celebrate Valentine's? Well, not us in here, but the people in the world. When we were in the world, how do we celebrate Valentine's Day? Can they can see it?
Come on.
Man, all of that looks otherworldly evil, man. All that looks like wickedness. I don't want nothing to do with none of that. A half-naked man, half goat-like animal. I don't want nothing to do with that, man.
I had to get that off screen.
Yeah, that's terrible, man. You about to get our stream clip. Nah, you too wild. You too wild. Most High in Christ. All right. So I'm gonna open up the floor, for the brothers that's in here, anybody that's online. How do we celebrate Valentine's Day in the world? Because this Lupercalia is the real reason behind the season. All right, the real reason behind the celebration. It don't got nothing to do with you showing love to your significant other. All right, that don't have to do that.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, brother.
There's nothing on the screen right now, so you know what I mean. I don't know what took place. The screen is blank. You only see the Isupk logo.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Yeah, man.
What about now? Oh, I see. I see what you got going on here. You got it?
It won't let me click on there.
Oh, okay. Most High in Christ. You just add us back to the, yeah. There we go. Most High in Christ.
The
water. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to priest and Salaki, captain of 13,000. Talk about Yamya and Salaki.
Ain't no sweat. I don't take any emotion.
You are a priest.
What's going on, Akia?
Salaki, sir. Shalom,
no, you good. How y'all doing? Y'all good?
Shalom, everyone.
Shalom.
Oh, hold on a second, Cap. Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put you back on the main screen. There he is, Salakia.
No, he good. All right, where we at?
Water. Salakia, sir, we were going into Valentine's Day. Really,
come on. Let's start it then. Who was reading?
Officer Qadam.
Go ahead, Qadam. Continue. Right, because when is Valentine's Day?
I was gonna go to Deuteronomy
12.
I think Valentine's Day is this what? This Saturday or this Friday?
I think it's this Saturday, sir.
Oh, but all them schools and just prepare your kids and them. For this Friday, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Teach them to be strong, man. That Valentine's Day is an evil holiday. You understand? Teach them the history behind it, like what we're going to get into right now. And there's so many histories, like so many different stories about it. You understand? Mm-hmm. Which one we have here right now? This is the one about the gay lovers.
We started off with that. I was looking at Lupercalia in the Britannica, but Comic-Con, sir. It says Britannica.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead, Salaki.
Comic-Con, sir. It says Lupercalia, ancient Roman festival that was conducted annually on February 15th under the superintendence of a corporation of priests called Lupercy.
You understand? And what you want to look up too is somebody look up what's that word we look for, boy, where it talks about where you bring a ton of philosophy into one. What's that word? Forget the word, but if you remember the word, let me know. I mean, that word where you bring all these philosophies, like this philosophy you're reading about right now. The church,
syncretism.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, look that up for me. You know what I mean? Because that is exactly what's going to go on in the churches on Sunday. And Sunday, you know what I mean? Then you're going to have to bring them flowers in there for them women. You understand? For them priests. Right?
Can sir, may I have it if you need it now?
Go ahead.
Can. This says syncretism, the amalgamation of or attempted amalgamation of different religions, culture, or school of thought.
Right. It's an amalgamation, meaning what? You bring in what? You bring in Lupercilia, you bring in Valentine's, and then you're tying it all into what? The Christian church.
That's right.
All into your schools. I mean, everywhere. What does Valentine's Day have to do with school? I thought we're telling these kids to go to school to learn how to, speak English. Learning, how to count, how to add. Why you have to bring a holiday into the school? Because they're trying to train your kids from young to do what? To go against Most High. And you are going to have to fight against it by telling your kids the truth, by teaching them Valentine's Day is an evil and a selfish holiday for pigs. You understand? Right? Read on.
So like I said, that was it basically.
Yeah, so now let's get back.
Comic-Con, it says the origins of the festival are obscure, although the likely derivation of its name from lupus, Latin for wolf, was variously suggested connection with an ancient deity who protected herds from wolves, and with the legend she-wolf who nursed Romulus and Remus.
And that's the next thing too. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't not think about it like this also too. Remember that whole Epstein file coming out on what them bastards was doing, them PDS was doing. You mean abusing them kids. Just imagine you have an island with a trap door leading to the ocean. What the hell is that? Why would you have a trap door? Why would you have kids? You understand? On your island doing what with them? And I want to take that back, but you were right. You understand? To even say that these people literally eating babies or kids. You understand?
God, most of them Christ, sir.
Like you know what I mean? Like you can't take that because that whole if I could get the book, we'll read some of it pertaining to Nat Turner being eaten.
The delectable Negro.
Yes, that delectable Negro. You understand? Go ahead. Right? Which lets you know that what? That this ain't too far-fetched for them. And Jeremiah was bringing on something heavy too, with linking it with the Catholic Church, with eating my body and drinking my blood. Like the bringing the tying all that stuff into the churches. You understand? When you sit down and start to, put 2 and 2 together, we really living amongst monsters. You understand? You living amongst, Ed Geehan, what do they call them? What do they call them people who follow after murderers? Copycats. You understand? Remember, he was what? He was known for what? Eating what? Dead bodies. You go and dig it up and then eating it. You understand? And I'm not putting nothing past these people right now from what coming out of the Epstein file and all the redaction that the redacting. You know what I mean? They're breaking their own laws for these things not to come out. You understand? Now read on. Read on. Who was reading? Kudam. Go ahead and read Kudam.
Kudam, what will you read?
And also too, get me Kiadwan, get the history on Romulus and Remus and the Sabian wives. The ones where they alleged, not alleged, but the story of them raping a woman and then going to the father to ask for marriage. You understand? This is their people. This is people history, man, and they just living it. We're the ones, getting caught up and thinking that this man, this oppressor, he's intelligent, he's this, when all of that is just a farce. You understand? All of that is just a smoke screen. You understand? Remember, the oppressor, he's not over here because he's smarter, he's stronger. He's the only reason why he is over you today, throughout this entire earth, is because we disobeyed the Lord. That's all. You understand? Shalom, sis. All right. Come on.
Come on, sir. It says, as a fertility rite, the festival is also associated with the god Faunus.
So it's about this so-called holiday is about what? Sex. Just lucid, sex. That's why in the Caribbean, right now, what they have going on in the Caribbean. Something I pray none of you all, ever get to witness, man. It's so disgusting. What's going on in the Caribbean right now? More so Trinidad. Anybody want to take a try? Type in what's the biggest festival going on in Trinidad right now? Type it in and tell me where you get. Don't look at the pictures. Just read the words.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Is it Carnival?
Carnival, yeah. And Carnival is another it's like a season. Like Carnival season start right after Boxing Day, all the way to Ash Wednesday, the day before Ash Wednesday. You understand? And it's just about partying, having fun. You know what I mean? And like you don't have bills. You know what I mean? Like there's no, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Nothing else going on. Yeah, Kodara. Right. Carnival. You understand?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
It's been a trend. I mean, I know a lot of sisters here, like once they get their degrees or whatever, they go down there just so they can dress in the scantily clad manner. And it's like no clothes, zero clothes, you know. And I'm like, well, what is that? I never understood. I think Jay-Z, he got the song Big Pimpin'. I think that they filmed that during Carnival or that season, Salakia.
Yeah, you're right. But it's just about lust. I forget the history behind it, but brother, it's about, you know what I mean, the gist of it, sex and loose behavior. You understand? Like it's you know what I mean, it's not Valentine's Day in one day, but just think a whole season with just partying and, you know what I mean, you name it. All right, come on.
Come. It says, each Lupercalia began with the sacrifice by the Lupercy of goats and a dog, after which two of the Lupercy were led to the altar. Their foreheads were touched with a bloody knife, and the blood was wiped off with wool dipped in milk.
I know somebody pulled from the fables. In Peter's, I think it's either 2 Peter's or 1 Peter's 2:16, I believe. All right. So to let let everybody know what we're reading about here now. This is not something that happened in history. This is not something real. These things are made up. These are made up people. You understand?
Yes, sir.
What do you say?
All right.
Said 1 Peter's 2:16, sir.
Yeah, I believe so. Or 2 Peter's. I'm looking for where it says we don't believe in colony devised, you know what I mean, fables. You understand? But you continue reading Kodam.
Come, sir. It says the ritual required that the two young men laugh. The sacrificial feast followed, after which the Lupercy cut thongs from the skins of the sacrificial animals and ran in two bands around the Palatine Hill, striking with the thongs at any woman who came near them.
Corinthians 1:16.
Oh,
A blow from the thong was supposed to render a woman fertile.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, let him finish reading.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Common. So it says in 494 CE, the Christian church under Pope Gelasius the first forbade participation in the festival. Tradition holds that he appropriated the form of the rite as Feast of the Purification or Candlemas, celebrated on February 2nd, but it is likely that the Christian feast was established in the previous century. It has also been alternatively suggested that Pope Gelasius the first replaced Lupercalia with St. Valentine's Day, celebrated on February 14th. But
and that's and Silaki and that's the whole thing with these oppressors. They come up and create these holidays and make it seem as if it come from God when it does not come from God.
That's
you understand? Right. Yeah, Yanisa, what's the scripture he was calling?
The one that you called for, sir, is in Second Peter's 1:16.
Go ahead.
I'll read it.
Quiet Bar is going to read it, sir.
Mm-hmm.
It's the book of 2 Peter's, chapter 1 and verse 16. For we have not followed cunningly devised fables, when we made known unto you the power and coming of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Right, and Valentine's Day is a cunningly devised fable. Why? What are people saying Valentine's Day is about?
Sir.
Come on.
It's about love and romance.
Yeah, it's about love. All this hate going around is about love. You understand? Love, love, love. Negro, wake the hell up, man. You understand? Wake up. America don't love you. You understand? And what you giving that woman ain't love. You understand? That ain't love. According to the Bible, love is doing the Lord's statutes and commandments. That's right. Love. You understand? Love is not a box of chocolate or some flowers. And we're gonna have to teach our girl kids these things, man. Because guess what? You don't teach them this, then guess what? A man is going to lure them away with what? With a box of flowers, box of chocolate. You understand? We're gonna have to teach them that ain't love. We can't celebrate these days. You understand? It's evil and wicked, and it makes you what? Weak and what? Okay. Make you selfish. Because this is all about what am I going to get. You understand? Especially these women. Oh man, some of these women in the world, I think you ain't buy them. You know what I mean? And they want a postcard right now. You buy them some, you know what I mean, some material item. The relationship, you know what I mean, might be in crisis. You know what I mean, after Saturday. You understand? You know what I mean? Sunday, 12 a.m. You're liable to have a crisis on your hand. Because she's going out with whoever is going to buy her that box of chocolate, whoever is going to, you know what I mean, acknowledge that Valentine's Day.
Salakia,
Come
sir.
on.
Salakia, sir, if I may. It done got so bad. So whereas the guys say that, you know, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day, that the women made their own Galentine Day. If I may, they got a thing called Galentine now, where all the girls go out and they, you know, and they carry on.
Yeah.
Lock it.
Yeah, we know what that is about. You understand? Give me you finished with that script? Did we get a scripture?
Count.
Okay. Let's go to Philippines 2. It's Philippines 2 and 3. All right. Like we had to be opposite to that, man, to that spirit that's going to be out in the air on Saturday. We're starting Friday. You understand? Opposite to that, selfish. And give me and this one thing. I think this is in Isaiah 8 and 32. Somebody get Isaiah 8 and 32 for me once we get this one. Philippians 2 verse 3.
Come on, this is the book of Philippians chapter 2 verse 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory.
All right. Nothing be done through strife and what? Vainglory. You understand? What's vainglory?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
I'm assuming like glory that like basically like exalting yourself, or it doesn't have any meaning though.
Yes, it has no meaning. Like celebrating Valentine's Day have no meaning. You understand? It has no meaning whatsoever to the Lord. But you want to do it. Why? Because it's about you. It's about that vainglorious seek. You understand? Read on.
Come on. But in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves.
You understand? But in lowliness of mind, like you're gonna have to be what? What's to be lowliness of mind? You're gonna have to be what?
Salakia, sir. Humble.
Come on, humble. Gotta be meek.
Salakia.
Man. Come on.
When we think about vainglory, could we liken that to, the pride of America? They want people to be proud of what America has accomplished in building this nation that they deem great. But this nation was founded upon just bloodshed and evil and wickedness, Salakia.
Yes. That's vainglory also too. Just think whatever you think is, it's how to put it, like something nice, something. I won't use the word nice. Look up the definition of glory.
So, like, if I may, sir, vainglory, according to Merriam-Webster, is a noun, excessive or ostentatious pride, especially in one's achievements.
Yeah.
Vain display or show, vanity. So Salakia, sir, I couldn't help but to think about, like, winning the Stanley Cup or winning the Lombardi Trophy, or what is the NBA, the trophy that's awarded to the finalists, in the NBA. Like, that would be considered vainglory, because how is that like progressing society? How are you actually benefiting, humanity?
Yeah.
It's vain. Salakia.
Yes, it is. All of it is vain. It means nothing to the Lord. Yeah, you win the NBA. You think Christ come back and good job, brother? No. The angels clapping because you win a ring? No. Forget your people. Did you all see the news pertaining to the I think the Winter Olympics? Is it the Winter Olympics or just Olympics? Some Olympics going on.
It's the Winter Olympics.
The Winter Olympics. And you should hear these athletes speak out against their government. You understand? Of course, it's oppressors, but nonetheless, they're athletes. And Black people do not want to do it. You understand? We're scared to do it. You understand? What happened to the movement with what's his name? Colin Kaepernick. You understand? Now you have to ask yourself, what has Jay-Z been doing in the Epstein files? So you have to start questioning all of that, because the way he bending over for these people are to make sure that he quell whatever, whatever pride that Black people are trying to get back. You understand? He's trying to quell that. Whatever he's trying to do, he had to be working for the oppressor.
Kind of one, con.
He has to be working for the oppressor.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
I mean, like, this whole thing with this kidnapping of this old lady, this old white woman, like, they using that, like, they taking up like 40-50% of the time on the news just dealing with that, when all of this corruption is just everywhere, and they not saying, they hardly saying a thing about it.
Yeah, but we're gonna say something about it though, and let the Lord take it up. And once the Lord take it up, it's a done deal.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
I haven't even heard them publicly, even though we know that Jay-Z is in there, but we haven't heard them say it publicly. I haven't heard them say it on the news that Jay-Z was in the files.
Yeah. You
You
know
know he
what?
working for the man.
Yes. You understand? More than likely, you know what I mean, you're not hearing certain names because the news is just telling you what they want you to know.
So
It's
like
like we won't know one minute, we won't know what they be talking about behind closed doors in Congress. You understand? But they talk about it, they know who's in it, but they can't come out and say it. Because remember, to them, they want to make it or appear as if you have two governments against each other, when in reality it's one. And how you know it's one? Because you have Republicans and Democrats in the Epstein file, which means they were doing what together?
They was freaking off together.
Partying. Yeah, they were partying together.
Mm.
While you argue and say, yo, the Republicans is trash, the Democrats is this, that, the other. Oh, they're having parties with kids, with Epstein. You understand? So we're definitely not going to know everything. The Lord gonna have to come and reveal everything this bastard doing and been doing. And it's gonna come out bit by bit. It's gonna come out, and the Bible is going to it's going to shine a light on the Bible in a way where people are going to know that the preachers and them using it not to free their mind, but to control them for the white man. You understand? It's going to come out. You understand? Because the Bible calls these other nations what? What the Bible calls them, especially the white man. What do they call them?
The heathen.
The heathen, but there's a name the Bible gives them, which will, when you hear things like what's going on with the Epstein, you're like, oh yeah, this is what, you know what I mean, they do.
So like it's a baseman.
I'll take baseman. There's another word, colorful word.
Beast.
Yes, a beast. You understand? A dog will hump a pillow. You understand? A dog will hump whatever he could put his paw on when he's in heat. And that's how these oppressors getting on. Remember, we brought out a story, Kiad, when he brought out a story on Friday, where he was saying that Epstein was paying for what he was paying for with the Jamaican sprinters.
Gun one gun for the elite Jamaican sprinters, basically them DNA.
You understand? Now you understand why he was doing it, because he had a ranch in New Mexico that was, you know what I mean, like was about it. You understand? And he wanted to bring in what a race. I forget I forget the word and the use, but it's no different than, you know what I mean, the eugenics that Margaret Sanger and what Hitler and them was trying to do. A master race or something like that. Just letting you know, these people, you know what I mean, that whole thing about the Nazi going, nah, the spirit's still here. They just call it by a different name. Yes, give it a different name. It's like, you know what I mean, it's like your business go bankrupt, you go create another business with a new name. It's the same thing they're doing. It's the same people running it.
Sir.
Come on.
Epstein, he wanted to create this new race, but he wanted to use his DNA too. Like he wanted to use his DNA and like splice it with, you know, like somebody like Usain, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. You know.
Which lane, you know what? Now remember, Epstein wasn't a what? For you to splice, you know what I mean, be able to splice DNA and do these genomes and this, that, the other. What you need to have, what you need to be.
A geneticist. A geneticist? Is that what they call it?
Yeah. Or just let put them in a big pool of scientists. Right? That what was Epstein's profession?
No idea.
Yes, sir. The biggest thing he ever did was being a maths teacher.
Yeah, and he was lying about his credential.
Right.
You understand? He was a criminal. You understand? You want to know where to hide your money, where to put your money? Oh, you'll go to him. And he won't just tell you where to put it. He gonna invite you on the island.
It's a lucky, sir.
Come
if
on.
I may, like, you know, in criminal investigations, they always follow the money, right? That's always the first thing they do. But in this situation, they very quiet about following the money.
Hey, hold on. Shut up, Baz. You're on.
Salakia. So with respect to, since we talking about Epstein, the U.S.
1 minute. Salakia, 1 minute back here. I didn't hear Yanez good. Yanez, say what you say one more time.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was saying is, like, in criminal investigations, they usually just follow the money. But in this case, with this Epstein file, they being very quiet on following the money.
Right? Yes.
They're not putting out none of that information. Like, if they really want to find out what's going on, well, let's see the bank notes. Let's see the bank records. Let's see the electronic transfers and stuff like that. That will tell us everything.
Yeah. You're right. Go ahead, Bankel.
So, like, if I may, just yesterday, the U.S. Attorney General, Pam Bondi, she says that if we prosecute everyone in the Epstein files, the whole system will collapse.
Good night. Well, Christ need to come back, quick. Christ need to come back quick, because these oppressors, they're going to blackmail each other. You know what I mean? And okay, finish off Philippians. Who's reading it? Let's finish that off.
Khan said the book of Philippians chapter 2, verse 3.
Now go to verse 4.
Khan sir. Well, verse 4, it says, "Look not every man on his own things."
Right. And the Bible trying to teach you to not be what?
Just selfish.
Yes, the Bible trying to teach you not to be selfish. You understand? You can't run the world because you're not selfish like the white man. You'll want to get in power and want to share and, help people, not the white man. Do you know right now what he's doing to the Cubans, and it's not even in the news? Like, you have to go look for it. The Cubans and them, they in hell. I think you sent my video, K1, on this sister breaking down that Jamaica, they stopping Jamaica from sending oil to Cuba. Right now, Cuba fit into being a crisis because they ain't getting no oils. You need oils for what? Them planes. You understand? You know what I mean? Oil is almost, like essential if you have a country. You understand? And they're stopping it from getting on the island.
Also, sir, if I may, sir, Mexico too. They're trying to stop Mexico from shipping oil to Cuba as well.
Everybody gonna fold. You understand? That's what you call what? What the Bible call that?
Lucky, sir.
Come on. Go ahead, Baz. What is the Bible call that? The Bible calls that the mark of the beast. You understand? Where you will not be, if you don't have that mark, you won't be able to what? Buy or what? Sell. He'll that have the what? The mark.
Sell. Salaki, sir.
Come on. Baz.
Can y'all hear me? I'm working on a new system. I'm trying to see if we still lagging and behind, or can y'all hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
The water, sir.
I never. All right.
All
right. So now read on.
Khan says, "Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others."
You understand? Meaning what? What is that saying?
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
If I may, it's talking about, look out for your brother, look out for the other guy. Don't be selfish.
Mm-hmm.
Look into what's going on with your brother.
That's right. That's it. And that's what we're teaching here.
So like I said, we got one question in the
Come
chat.
on.
And it's from the brother Deseron.
Mm-hmm. Young man.
Hold on, let me find it. I done lost it. 1 second. And he's asking what was let me get it. And where did it go? Mm-hmm. There it is. It says, Salakia, sir, during courtship, how should a man and a woman properly vet each other?
That's right. All right. So during courtship, right? Everybody know, in the Israelite school, it was like a practical knowledge. You understand? We take this very serious. That's why we read it at the end of what? Every class. You understand? When a woman is up to court, right? If a brother wants to court her, what should that brother do? Let's start there. What that brother have to do? Yes, contact his camp leader.
That's right.
You understand? And his camp leader will contact a sister's camp leader. All right. Now, once the courtship is approved, right? Of course, there's rules you're going to have to follow. Just think you're a father, you have a daughter. You understand? There's certain rules that young man is going to what? Have to follow. And that sister also is going to have to follow. You understand? Right? Now, you'll be given permission. What? The permission at the beginning will be to what? To speak.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? To communicate. You all could talk, call on the phone. You know what I mean? That's, you know what I mean, to every end. You know what I mean? Get to know each other. Ask all the questions possible. You understand? Don't just be tongue out your mouth. You understand? Don't be like that. You ask a question. That's why in here it's what, 6 months to what? To a year rule. You understand? You know what I mean? On rare occasions, you may not have to do it, but you're going to have to get what? Permission to do that. You understand? Right? And you ask every question because you don't know. You want to make sure, because a sister, once she get married to her brother in this school, it's for what? Life. Ain't no slack. Yes, sir, I made a mistake. Well, let's see if we could correct that mistake, sis. Ain't nothing like that. Ain't nothing like, you know what I mean, like, well, I understand you make a mistake, so you want to, what, you want a bill of divorce? Nothing like that. You understand? So your sisters is very important. You understand? You know what I mean? You take your time when it comes to courting. You understand? All right? And you want to make sure, you know what I mean, and anything you could, you know what I mean, definitely go to your camp leader and speak to them about, you know what I mean, during that courtship. Anything you're unsure about, you understand? You know, ask questions. Don't wait until you marry, then to ask questions. It's too late. You understand? I don't know if I get it. Get his question. Young man, that was it. Oh yeah, you know what I mean, something more specific on it, on the courtship, right? You can't, you know what I mean, courtship, you know what I mean, you have to get permission to, you know what I mean, to even touch that sister. So that sister to touch you, you can't just do that. Just think that's, you know what I mean, that's somebody's daughter. You understand? You have to get permission. You understand? All right. Anything outside of that, make sure, you know what I mean, contact your camp leader. You know what I mean, communicate with him. Make sure, you know what I mean, you're on the same page. Because if you go break it, you're gonna what? You bet you're gonna have to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? No, sis. If they I seen so right. So that's why the courtship is the way it is in here. Now, if they don't like each other, guess what? The brother ain't touch her, she ain't touch him. It's just, you know what I mean, verbal. So now guess what? If the brother decides to end it, he just call the camp leader and say, you know what? I would like to end this courtship, and it will be ended. You understand? Likewise, the sister also too. If she wants to end it, you can always end it. But now you ain't defile that sister. You understand? That sister is still, you know what I mean, a princess, a Zion. You understand? All right? That's why the courtship is the way it is in here, and we take it very, very serious in here, Akim. All right?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
I want to ask this question for my rib. I thought she was going to put it in the chat, but she asked me a question about if a man and a woman in a relationship, and the woman, I guess she fall out of interest, or they not physical anymore. They there's no physical attraction. They basically can't stand being in a room with each other. What is she supposed to do?
They both should get we have marriage counsel also in this school. They should get marriage counsel, because in here you couldn't, you could fall out with each other. That does not mean the marriage ends, because there had to be something that brought you all together. You understand? It had to be something that, you all lie down naked as, the Lord make you together. You understand? So, it doesn't end, it don't have to end like that. They're going to have to find something like in the beginning. And that's the problem with some of us. Some of us, we like the beginning stages, you understand, of something. But then when you have to put work in, now it's a problem. We got to grow up. We're going to have to recognize, you understand? Marriage is work. Marriage ain't, ain't, something simple. And if you're not serious about it, then this, ain't no problem. The Lord never say you have to have a woman. The Lord ain't never say you have to have a man. Just chill, relax. Take your time. You understand? It's going. Trust me, it's going to come. But now, if you're in it and you're going through marriage issues, then guess what? Give me what Paul say. Is Paul or Christ where you'll be you can separate for a time?
Kind of in 1 Corinthians.
Yeah, get me there. You understand? That's why, I'm just being broad. But if it have to be more specific, then you should go to your camp leader and request marriage counsel if it gets to that stage. You understand? Because what marriage is, look up marriage in the Zondervan for me, K1. Look up the definition of marriage in the Zondervan.
God.
You understand? You know what I mean? The Bible is clear as they are saying what? We can't turn our daughters and our sons into what?
Whores.
Right? You can't turn your daughters into whores, and you can't turn your son into what? I believe it's sodomite or something like that. You understand? Like it's telling you. And that's, the Bible is such a, and that's why we call it's the Israelite school of what? Universal practical knowledge. Because these things are practical. And these things are so practical, you have examples to go by. And where are those examples?
In the law.
Well, yeah. But you don't see the examples just walking around, looking around.
Oh, come.
Yeah. I see enough. You know what I mean? I see what Cardi B with what 2 different men. I see no, I don't want that. No.
So like I said, the man she was, she ain't with him no more.
You understand? Like they and that's the people they put up as our kids, what you call that? Role models.
Right.
Jay-Z, Oprah, they're role models. You understand? To the Lord, they are garbage, they are trash. They don't do anything to help their people, they don't do anything to uplift them. You understand? And people be thinking, well, yeah, they give money is not uplifting your people. You understand? Yeah, we will need money to pay bills. It's good. If you could do that, then do that. But you shouldn't be held as a role model just because you're doing what? Because you have money? For what? You understand? Ain't no better place on earth that you could come in and get the best counseling. You understand? The best counseling on the planet. And you don't have to be rich. You understand? Come on, who got it for me? Who got marriage?
Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
Concept. This is the Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary, and it says marriage is an intimate personal union to which a man and a woman consent.
You understand? And now this is what you have to understand about marriage too. Marriage is now where, okay, if you're not ready for it, Aquath, then this is something you should not do. And you better listen to this good. Read.
Consummated and continuously nourished by sexual intercourse.
What? What are you saying? With food?
With
grapes, with apples. She gonna have, yeah, she greens, spinach. No, it's what? It's continual what?
Continuously nourished by sexual intercourse.
That's marriage.
Now,
once you stop doing that, now you're going down the path more than likely to where somebody is going to be a sinner. You understand? And once they get to that stage, you shouldn't let it get to that stage, right? Who get it one in Corinthians for me?
Salakia, sir. I don't think I found the exact scripture. I only got the one that say, if the unbelieving depart, let them depart.
Oh, no. Well,
that's not the one.
That's not the one.
Salakia.
So you talking about the one where it says, defraud not yourselves?
No, we could go to that one, but there's one where it tells you where the woman, you know what I mean, she could and the man could separate for a time. That does not mean now she goes and, you know what I mean, play carnival, do whatever she want to do, and then you do whatever you want to do. The separation just have to be, you're separated just for a time. You understand? So that you won't start, you know what I mean, maybe missing each other. But then you will have to come back. And that sex has to continue. You understand? But these things have to be done with a priest. You understand? Before you do these things, you should talk to a camp leader, set a council up. You understand? So that you are, come on, you find it?
Is it 1 Corinthians 7:5?
Read it for me. Let me hear it.
Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time.
Yes.
Ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer.
Right. Well, that's around about it. You understand?
So it's verse 10. It says,
Like
and
it,
unto
sir. It's
Yeah.
a little more.
Okay, go ahead.
And come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency.
You understand? Like your inconsistency. Because once you stop having sex with a woman, now it's almost as if, you know what I mean, like you're detached from each other. You understand? And you don't want that. That's why the Bible said, don't let the sun go down on your wrath. Don't let it. Find a way, you know what I mean, to communicate. If you can't, then get counseling immediately. Read on. Read on. Yeah, you understand? You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 6. But I speak this by permission and not of commandment. Verse 7. For I would that all men were even as I myself.
What does that mean?
But every man hath power. So like it that Paul was not married.
That
so
Paul
he
was
wished
what?
that every man could be like him. He was not married.
Yes. He wished that everybody had that strength.
So he could concentrate on the work.
Yes, on the work of the Lord. Read on.
But every man hath his proper gift of God.
Because
one after this manner.
So like to do what Paul and what Christ did, it's a gift. You understand? Not everybody could do that. Right? Read on.
One after this manner, and another after that. Verse 8. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. Verse 9. But if they cannot contain, let them marry.
Let them what?
For it is better to, Salaki.
Say, let them marry if they can't contain. You understand? That don't mean to do what? To go, you know what I mean, just have sex because you're in heat. You understand? Do it the right way. You understand? These rules are made for a reason so that we don't fall, be susceptible to what Satan is trying to do, which is trick you. And then before you know it, you are whole. You understand? You don't want that. Read on.
For it is better to marry than to burn.
All right. It's better to what?
Marry than to burn.
And to burn. You understand? The Lord, you know what I mean, like Paul is, you know what I mean, like painting a picture for you with, you know what I mean, you wanting to, you know what I mean, to be with a man, or a woman wanted, you know what I mean, a woman wanted to be with a man, or a man wanting to be with a woman. It's, you know what I mean, he's painting it like, you know what I mean, it's, I mean, it's burning you to the point where what? If you don't have self-control, what you're gonna do? What you're gonna do? What you're gonna do? Yeah, you're more than likely gonna sin.
Right.
You're gonna do something you're gonna regret. You know what I mean? For the rest of your life. Come on. Okay.
Verse 9.
1 minute.
Select. Verse 10.
No, hold on.
And unto the married.
Hold on. I don't know what, like something going on with the song. 1 minute, Yanisa. Let Baz finish. Go ahead, Baz.
Verse 10. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Let not the wife depart from her husband.
Mm-hmm. Read on.
Verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
But, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried or be reconciled to her husband.
That's it. That
And
is it
let
right
not
there.
the husband put away his wife.
That's it. Like there is no putting away. You have an issue with your husband. Your husband have an issue with you. These things could be taken care of. It could be made right. You just need counsel, and you just have to be willing to follow the counsel. You understand? But if you're not willing to follow the counsel, then what is lying at that door? Sin.
That's right.
You understand? Sin is lying at that door, and you're gonna regret it. All right. Yeah, that's it right there in verse 10 to I should say most 11. That is it on 11. Baz?
Come.
Yeah, that's it. You understand? Like, you know what I mean? Like marriage is something very serious. Why? Because you can do what from marriage? You can what? Give life, and you could what? Die from having sex.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Life come from sex, and death come from sex. You understand? That's how serious it is. But America will have you think what? Ain't a problem.
Right.
It's not a problem. Just put rubbers on. You understand? Just put what it is? Just go to the doctor, get some antibiotics. Come on.
So like society has like tricked us into thinking that, you know, happy. You hear the word happy all the time. Like, I'm not happy, or, you know, we used to stay together for the kids, but now they'll say things like, well, it ain't doing the kids no good because they don't, the kids, it's no benefit to the kids because I'm not happy.
Yeah.
Like happiness is just a temporary emotion. It's not a state of life.
That's
so, like, we got to get past that. And that's what being in this school has done with the practicality of the Bible. The Christian church make it like a fairy tale, so it's hard to relate it to our current situation.
Yes.
So like,
yes, you're right. Like people put happiness over, you know what I mean, doing what's right. You understand? The right thing. You understand? And that's go ahead.
I'm sorry, sir. Salaki, sir. It's
Go
like
ahead.
the marriage in the world is more sensual. It's not spiritual. Like it's about feelings and touching, and you know what I'm saying, all the things pertaining to the flesh and self-gratification, feeling. Nobody in this world, I don't care how good a husband or wife is happy 100% of the time. That's shit crazy.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So once or twice, you might, you know what I mean, you all might get, you know what I mean, at it, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean, makeup. You understand? Crush that at the end. Come on.
Slakia, sir, when it comes down to the pursuit of happiness, that's outlined in the Declaration of Independence. You know, so any woman, any person that is pursuing their happiness, it's not about the collective. It's not about us coming together or trying to build, you know, a relationship or a marriage. It's about you. It's not about anyone else. This is a very selfish, self-absorbed, self-involved concept and philosophy. You know, so America, they wanted to be independent and they wanted to pursue their happiness. You know, that's the reason why they separated from England. They didn't want the rule of law according to whatever their customs and traditions were. You know, so anybody that's focusing on their happiness, they don't care about you. They care about themselves. So like
that's it. You're right. And that whole Valentine's Day is that spirit of I want to be happy, happy, happy. You understand? So it's an evil holiday. All right, go to Proverbs 18:1. Go to Proverbs 18 and 1. All right. Yanis, say there was another question.
So like I said, I believe what Baaz just said and read answered the question, and what you responded with should have answered that question that I was going to give you.
Okay, just find out from the person if that was the question was answered.
Okay, we'll do so.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 1. Through desire, a man having separated himself, seeketh an intermeddleth with all wisdom.
Right? Through what? Through what?
Through desire, a man having separated himself, seeking and intermeddleth with all wisdom.
Like this person is not trying to do what? Be what? Selfish. You understand? When selfishness is about what? Me. What can I get? This, that, the other. And this man is seeking to what? Basically seeking wisdom. And what's wisdom? Wisdom is what? The Lord doing the Lord's statutes and commandments.
That's right.
You understand? You a man, you seeking wisdom into finding out what are these holidays about? What is this? Should my family be celebrating this? No. Okay, let's stop doing it because it's angering God. You understand? Like we gonna have to really sit down and do what? Open this Bible up and read it and obey what's in it.
That's right.
Come to class, ask your question. If you're unsure about something, bring it and ask your question. Get it answered. You understand? Seek wisdom out. Seek it out. Right? Go to Romans 15 and 1.
Book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 1. We then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak.
And that's what you're doing. You're going to have to do what? You're going to have to show brothers and sisters, yo, I know, you know what I mean, you learned this today, like brothers and sisters who come in school and here they can't celebrate their birthday. But, you know, the week is, you know what I mean, it's just coming. Ain't no sweat. Next year, we got to work on that. We got to work on that. We got to build that strength up. You understand? We're going to have to be a week, the burden of the week. You understand? Commander J. Hannah teach you all how to do it. The Hebrew Academy teaches you how to do it. You understand? Read on.
And not please ourselves.
And not please yourself. You know, it's just to wake up. You're waking up, what, 5 o'clock in the morning to get to Hebrew Academy? You're not pleasing yourself.
That's right.
You're not. Well, take that same spirit and now you go bring that to your family and show them, yo, we're going to have to stop celebrating these days the Lord say we're not supposed to celebrate. No Christmas tree in your house this year. We're not celebrating Christmas. We're not celebrating July 4th. Not doing these holidays that the Lord hates. We're not doing it. No chocolate in this house Friday and Saturday. None. 2 days. No chocolate.
That's right.
You understand? No flowers. Read. No, I think that was it on that. Jump to Luke 12 and 15.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 15. And he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisted not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth.
Right? A man's life does not what?
For a man's life consisted not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth.
Yeah. And that's what brothers get mixed up with. And sisters be talking to what? A high value man. You understand? And the Lord here is, telling you, you don't go based, your value is not based on what the abundance of things that you have. It's not. Because you could go, buy roses and chocolates and do take her to this lavish crab fest dinner on Saturday. Ain't wise, brother. Ain't wise. Read on.
Verse 16. And he spake a parable. It's like he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentiful.
Where you at right now?
Luke 12 and 15 or 16. I finished 15. Want me to go back to 15?
Yeah.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 15. And he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness. Good night.
And he said it, covetousness.
The water.
Covetousness. Yeah.
Right.
All right. We had to try that in Google and let Google do that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah, pronounce that word for you. But just know, beware of you wanting to do what? That spirit of what? Wanting to take somebody else's thing from them. And Valentine's Day is a day where a poor man, brother, he's in hell. He's in hell. And you poor brothers out there, come in the UPK, man.
That's right.
We're gonna show you how to pick them. We'll definitely show you how to pick them. You understand? You sisters, come find your way in here. Right, read on.
For a man's life consisted not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth.
Yeah, that's as plain as it could get. As plain as it could get. Money means nothing to the Lord, and it means nothing to a relationship. Now, can money help with the bills and with some type of comfort in a relationship? Yes, but you shouldn't base whether or not you have sex with this woman because she has money, or this man because he has money. You understand? Shouldn't base it like that. Because your life ain't based off of that. And the Lord trying to warn you. Right? Go to not Second Timothy. Give me James 3 and 16.
It's the book of James, chapter 3, verse 16. For where envying and strife is.
Right, where what?
For where envying and strife is.
Right, envy is what? Jealousy. Strife is you what? Fighting. Yeah. Oh, a ton of envy and a ton of strife gonna be happening on what? Valentine's Day. Ton of it gonna be happening on Valentine's Day. You're gonna read stories of so much domestic violence. Cops on them, you know what I mean? They're gonna can't take this Saturday off. They're gonna be busy. Right, read on.
So, like, if I may, the book of James, chapter 3, verse 16. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work.
That's it. To hell with Valentine's Day, man. Black people, we want to wake up and realize, you understand, that on these days when we celebrate it, something evil happens. Somebody getting what, shot? Somebody, you know what I mean, in a big fight. Somebody going to jail.
Salakia,
come on.
Salakia, you said Valentine's Day is on Saturday?
Yeah, I believe so, right?
Right.
Well, I had a slave one time, sir. It was like an industrial plant. And if Valentine's Day ever fell on a Saturday, The husbands had to either send their wives something flowers to the job on Friday or Monday because those sisters want everybody to see them getting some roses.
Right.
Yeah.
And if they didn't, it was gonna be trouble.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. You're right. Well, brothers, we gotta wake up and recognize, you understand, that the Lord hates it. You don't have to do it. Why choose? Why the oppressor always have to give us a day and tell us when we have to give our wife some chocolate, some roses? Why? We program like that? Come on, Kudam.
Khan, sir. I just want to bring a precept out if I could, Baba Kasha.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12. It says, "As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Yes.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths." So
That's
like
it.
if I may, sir, I think it's heavy because it's like what also Baaz just said, the women, they sit here and they want these presents and all this and that. You understand? And it's kind of like taking away the manhood of the man. Like, if you don't get this, I ain't gonna give you none or something, it's a lot.
That's right. Definitely. Now, give me Ecclesiasticus 11:17.
Khan, it's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11 and verse 17 says, "The gift of the Lord remaineth with the ungodly, and his favor bringeth prosperity forever."
Say that one more time. Read that one more time.
Khan, it's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
The gift of the Lord remaineth with the ungodly,
with the ungodly,
and his favor bringeth prosperity forever.
No. Read it one more time.
Godly.
Khan. It said Ecclesiasticus 11 and 17, right?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Khan. The gift of the Lord remaineth with the ungodly.
Godly.
No, it says ungodly on mine.
You see it?
Yeah.
Ecclesiasticus?
Yeah, this must be a typo, sir, because mine is saying ungodly.
Yeah, it says godly.
Okay, Khan. The gift of the Lord remaineth with the godly, and his favor bringeth prosperity forever.
You understand? That's what you're supposed to be looking for. That gift. You come in here and learn what your gift is, and you run with it. What Bible is that you're reading?
Yeah, what translation is that?
This is so like I said, it's the King James version. It's an app.
Oh, that's the app. Just make sure the app is the King James.
Khan, sir.
Yeah, get you the real thing. The real deal. So like
Find me in the Old Testament where it talks about the woman losing their vintage.
So like you kept saying that again, sir.
Find me in the Old Testament where it talks about the woman losing her vintage. I thought it was in Isaiah. I could be wrong. Right?
So like you say, that they walk with wonton eyes and things like that.
No. That's Isaiah 3 or something like that, around there.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. You know what? It could be around there too. Hold on. All right. Any more questions? If not, let's continue then. All right. forget what I wanted to touch on with Epstein, man. There's so much you could touch on, boy. Give me Deuteronomy. Let's start here. Deuteronomy 10 and 17. All right.
God, it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 17. It says, "For the Most High, your power is the power of gods and Lord of lords, a great power, a mighty and a terrible, which regardeth not persons, nor taketh, which regardeth not persons."
And that's what you're gonna have to understand. To run a society where black people are in charge, we cannot regard persons. What does it mean? Regard not persons.
So like I said, like being a respecter of persons.
Yes, what does that mean?
So like I said, like if it's like no matter the statutory, like whether you're rich or poor or anything like that.
Yes, that's it. No, you're on it.
So like it, sir.
Come on.
So would the standard be righteousness in accordance with, the law, statutes, and commandments? You wouldn't respect a person based off of his money or his status.
That's
respect it. Based off of, their obedience to the law.
Yes.
Or, their service to the Most High, Salakia.
Yes. That's the opposite to what this is saying. Correct. You understand? Like you don't want to, and that's what America basically, you're clearly seeing right now what it's built on. On the dollar, they say what? In God we trust. Like with America, everything is just like a smoke screen. You understand? Like whatever they talk about, whatever they speak about, is not what they're doing. And the Bible calls that a hypocrite.
That's right.
You understand? This place is full of hypocrites being run by hypocrites. Just imagine you have laws, right? Where if a PDF is abusing children, they go to jail. So you're trying to tell me if you do that, you better have money so that you don't have to go to jail? You understand? Brother, and this is how so crazy it is. In jail, you go in jail for abusing a child or a woman. How them criminals, them hardened criminals in there gonna look at you? You do not want to be known in there as an abuser.
Salaki.
You understand? Come on.
Salaki. They're gonna look at you as a bloody mess as they stomping and shanking you.
Yeah. So you're telling me these criminals, these hardened criminals, have more morality or more integrity than the American government? Where you hiding predators? You understand? That's to let you know that this place does not trust in God and never did and never would. You understand? Read on.
Sir. It says, and a terrible which regarded not the persons, nor taketh reward.
No what?
Nor taketh reward.
Yeah, you want to take a bribe and turn you back. Here's $1 million. Don't say anything. Shut up. You understand? The Lord don't work like that. To the Lord, justice come for the rich and for what? The poor. You understand? The Lord, he is long and what? He long-winded. He's what I believe the Bible says he's long suffering. You understand? Like brothers and sisters be thinking, well, this rich man lived, to 90, how much years and enjoyed his life and think that's it. No. He's going to be what? he's going to be judged. You understand? He's coming back right here on this earth to be what? To be judged. You understand? Ain't nobody escaping the Lord's judgment. Nobody. You might escape the white man's judgment. You're clearly seeing that. You have money, you could escape the white man's judgment. Because he sells everything. Right? Go to all right. Go to Deuteronomy 1:17. And we in the what?
Like I got a precept.
Come on, go ahead.
So like it's a precept on what you just said. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
That's it.
Therefore, the heart of the son, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
You understand? And this is what's going on the earth right now. You understand? They think because they ain't just dropping, you know what I mean, on the floor. They ain't just clutching their chest and hitting the deck and dying. They think the Lord forget about them. They think they have enough money, you know what I mean, to live, I mean, outlive the punishments of the Lord. Nah. The Lord say, what's going to happen, Baz?
So like
Baz, what is it?
It
Go ahead.
says, Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Well, there you have it. There's a government. There's a democracy. There's a capitalism. There's a Christianity.
It's a little more if you want.
Yeah, come on.
Verse 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before him. Verse 13. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before the Most High.
Yeah, and that's these men that's in power right now. They don't fear God. They do not. You talk about what's the code name for child meat? Beef jerky, or I forget the name they was calling it. Something jerky.
Yeah, can cancer, beef jerky.
Beef jerky.
Can.
You understand?
Right.
Like that, yeah, I mean the Lord, you think the Lord gonna let that sleep? You know what I mean? Numerous of our sisters and brothers be going missing. Now we have to sit down and wonder what the hell is going on in this place. What is going on? We literally have cannibals sitting over us. And remember what I was saying about the Native Indians. What I was saying about the First Nation people.
They were saying that they were cannibals.
Now you know who's a cannibal. Whatever he is saying about you, or he doing it. If he using this and saying you are cannibal, you are this, you are that, or he doing it.
So like I said,
it's in the Epstein file. Come on.
I got a scripture, sir, if I may.
Go ahead.
This is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous man, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean, contrary to our doings.
Yeah.
He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressing of our education.
Yeah. You understand? Like the Lord don't want you now to see these people and be jealous of them. I want to be like them because of money. These people are evil. You understand? Clearly seen that whoever is running this country, they're evil people. Wicked. And the Bible says when the wicked is in authority, the people are going to what? More.
Mhm.
And you bastard that vote Trump in. No, don't back out now. Don't back out now. Don't now come and say, hey, you know what I mean, where's the Epstein file? Where's the, you knew before he went in, he was on the Epstein file. You knew. So don't cry now. You know what I mean? Now the boat's sinking, you want to jump off? Nah. Sail that Trump boat, man. Sail with it. All right. There's something I wanted. Where we at right now? Hold on. I think young man Desron had a question. All right, what is a concubine? Kim?
So I guess, sir, it would be like a lesser wife, like a woman that you got that you didn't go to the father.
Salakia,
Okay,
sir.
first off, go ahead.
This is according to the the Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary, page 116, compact version. Concubine, a woman lawfully united in marriage to a man in a relation inferior to that of the regular wife. That's according to the Zondervan, sir. Salakia.
No, get me the do you have it in the Bible?
Salakia, sir, they have a few different precepts. Genesis 16 and 1.
Genesis 16 and 1. No, not that one.
What about 22 and 24? Genesis
Salakia, sir.
Genesis. Hold on. Genesis what?
22 and 24.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Not that one.
Okay.
Baz, what you gonna say? Come on.
Is it like could it be a wife that's gotten like from like the spoils of war?
That is one of them also too, right? A concubine. First off, a concubine is a woman of what race?
So, like I said, she has to be an Israelite.
She has to be an Israelite.
Israelite.
These are the so-called Christian groups, Israelite groups will say what? A concubine is a what? A woman that's what?
Another nation.
Yeah, and is not really a wife. Yeah, but you're having sex with her, right? But she's not really a wife. Dummy, right? When a concubine has to be a sister. But how did you get the sister? Right? And when you hear concubine, just think status. Right? Think status. Right? Is you know what I mean, it's almost like, you know what I mean, like how England have it with the what's that with the king? Right? Just imagine you're a king, right? You have your kids. No, your kids can't go and marry what? A commoner. You understand? Your kid has to go marry what? Somebody of his status. You understand? Concubine is a woman from that spoiler war, but is that status. She is your wife, but it's the way you got this woman. You understand? All right. I'm trying to see if I get a scripture for you. I think it's check Judges for me. Somebody check Judges. No, that's for Levi. Hold on.
So like it, sir.
Come on.
So when they had to shave their head and all that, clean the nails off and all that stuff.
Yeah, give me that. Mm-hmm.
All right.
And this is just to show you, or to give you a picture of what the status of this woman, right?
So like it, sir, I think it's Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 10.
Go ahead.
Says when says, when thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, and the Most High thy power have delivered them into thine hands.
Right. And just think about this, right? An enemy basically is somebody who what? Who's an enemy?
So like you said, would this be kind of like how Israel had a civil war?
Yes, but yeah, give him an example. But who's an enemy? An enemy is anybody that basically come up against God's chosen people. Sometimes it might be your own people. As you were saying when we had that civil war. You understand? And this was around the time of what? With Benjamin. You understand? When Benjamin, you understand, abused the Levites, that priest's wife, till she died. You understand? And Benjamin went to war with the rest of the nation and was almost wiped out. You understand? Right? We would have been an enemy to the Lord, Benjamin. You understand? That's why we lost. You understand? Right? Read on.
Come on, verse 11. And seest among the captives a beautiful woman, and has a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife.
Right. And you recognize it's saying enemy, but it's not giving you what, it's not saying what. This is a heathen.
Right. That's right.
Because in the back of your head, you just want to sleep with a white woman.
Right.
You understand? This, you looking for example. And now I will ask you, did you conquer white people? Did you conquer a father? And guess what your answer gonna be? No, but what? Is she a spoiler? Come on.
So like is there?
You can't keep a
those
law
fake
by-
Israelites. Those fake
Hold
Israelites,
on.
the concubine.
Yeah, hold on, Baz. Something up with the
yeah,
with the
because
audio.
he can't hear me at all.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
if I may say, it's like you can't keep a law by breaking a law. You can't marry heathens. That's it. So
Yeah.
it has to mean your own people. It has to mean that, because it's not it can't be a contradiction there.
Yeah. Can't. You understand? The Lord laying the rules, just like Esau. Esau has his rules when he goes to war with his people. He has his rules. He tell you can't use what? Cluster munitions, but yet he will still pull out one or two and pop it off. You understand? They have rules. Well, the Lord laying down rules when we go to what? War with each other. You understand? Right? Read on.
Check. Come on, sir. It says,
No,
verse
hold on.
11.
Ba'az, what you was going to say? Salaki. Ba'az, you was going to say something?
So like I said, I was just saying those the fake Israelites who say that the concubines of the other nations, since we the ones who got conquered by our oppressor, they would technically be concubine, right?
Yes. They're the concubine. Negro. Right? Read on.
Come on, sir. Said that seest among the captives a beautiful woman, and has a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife. Verse 12. Then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and he shall slack it, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails.
Yeah.
Verse
And this here is, you know what I mean, it's showing you, you know what I mean, that, you know what I mean, you gonna let this what? You trying to what? This woman more than likely would have been dead to you, you know what I mean? Could have had, you know what I mean, hair could have been messed up, nails could have been messed up, you know what I mean? And you basically going in and trying to clean her.
That's right.
Up. You understand? And now you're gonna put her aside for her to mourn, and then after the days of mourning, if you want to wife her, then the Lord is telling you how to go about doing it. You understand? We don't, you know what I mean, we don't abuse women. We don't do that.
Right.
We're not going to do it now, and we're not going to do it in the kingdom.
That's right.
All right. All right. I think, you know what I mean, that's it, you know what I mean, for that. But a concubine, you know what I mean, on the whole is a sister. You understand? But this sister was gotten from war, the spoil of war. And just think status. You understand? How you got her. You understand? But she is still your what?
Wife.
She's still your wife.
Wife.
So she's still like your wife. Come on.
So, like King Solomon had 700 concubines, if I'm not mistaken, and his reign was pretty much free from war, right? Because King David did most of the warring. So would it be fair to say that he got his concubines from King David wartime?
From who's Solomon?
Khan.
Yeah.
Because he didn't really go to war, right?
Okay.
So he couldn't really
it don't make mention of him going to war, but I don't mean he had to quell something that was going on. You understand? Just think, you know what I mean, as a people, you know what I mean? Don't think you ain't gonna have somebody who trying to rebel. Remember, there are things put in the Bible where if there was a murder that happened in the city, the Lord told you what you have to do. All the men in the city have to what? Come to a specific place, wash their hand. You understand? There's certain things you're going to have to do. And if that person didn't show up, then guess what? Then more than likely, he's the what? The person that committed the crime. You understand? So which means who knows what was going, you know what I mean? There could have been, you know what I mean, little things he putting down. Because remember, in King David days, what it is, before King David got on the throne, there was a war between the tribes. And when he came in, that's why David said, what? There's too much blood on my hands. Solomon, you're going to have to build the temple.
That's right.
You understand? And again, don't so much think you have to win. You have to go to war for this concubine. Think more so status. Like we still thinking it's we had to go fight and unalive her parents and now, you know what I mean, her family and take her. Think these could have been women who parents were poor. You understand? You understand what I'm saying, Baz? Baz, you there? But Baz, you there? You'll understand what I'm saying, right? This woman,
I got you.
That Solomon had could have been women who were what? Who didn't have status. You understand? So he had what? 700 concubines. All right? But that doesn't mean they were what? Because then they said that what? then who will be the strange woman? You understand? So the strange woman and the concubines are two different. You understand? Concubines is your sister, right? It's just the status, based on the status. Come on.
So like so like with Solomon, like he was like making a lot of deals with heathens, and then he would take their daughters for wives.
Right. But those will be considered what?
Concubines, right?
No. What would that be considered?
I don't know, sir.
Go to it. Go to where it says he has 700 concubine. I believe that's in what, Kings, 2 Kings?
Sluggish. And it basically it's only two ways. It's only a wife and you got concubine. There is no outside other woman entity like a whore or a slut or a prostitute. It's either you got her the traditional way, going through the father if he's alive and doing that whole process, or the father was dead because you killed him, and you got her that way, and it puts the status to be lower. Like I don't see there's no third option here.
Yeah, there's no third option, but just to clear it up on the concubine for Solomon. All right, who got it for me?
I got it, sir.
Go ahead, read it.
This is 1 Kings, chapter 11, verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughters of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites. Verse 2. Of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them.
Right, read on.
Neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn you away. They will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love.
Read on.
And he had 700 wives and princesses and 300 concubines. And the wives turned away his heart.
Right. So you see what's going on here, right? The wives turn away his heart. So he was having what? Marriages with these other women, right? And he would call them what? Wives. You understand? The concubine has to deal with what? Your sisters and them. You understand? This doesn't mean the concubines, because now the concubines here is what? Is heathens. Well, guess what? What had to happen? Then we have a contradiction. You understand? When there ain't no contradiction. You understand, Yana?
Con, I understand, sir.
All right. So the heathens, he told you about them up here in verse 1. Read verse 1.
But King Solomon loved many strange women together.
Those are right. So these strange women, you understand, these what? Heathens. Yes. You understand? Those were the heathens. And he married them and call them his what? His wives.
Wives.
You understand? All right. All right. Any more questions? I know we up on the time.
It's lucky, sir. I got a question.
Right. So just quick. This the difference between a concubine and a wife just has to do with status. When I say status, meaning the status of this woman, right? If you didn't get her from what? From war, right? Which you kill her parents, you know what I mean, her people, and took her. and brought her in. You understand? Or the status of that woman, whether she was what's the word they use in English people? Low born. You understand? But a concubine and a wife is what? They both what?
Wives.
Yeah, they're both wise. It's just one telling you how you got one than the other. You understand? Come on. I think it's Kwaba. You had a question?
Sir.
Mm-hmm.
I had a question in Romans chapter 12, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to start at 17 though. I know
Come on.
you answer this for me. It's the book of Romans chapter 12, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Recompense to no man evil for evil.
Mm-hmm.
Provide things honest in the sight of all men.
Meaning don't be dishonest. You don't be a dishonest man or a woman. You understand? Everything you're doing, you know what I mean, make sure you try and do it as honest as possible when you're dealing with each other. You understand? And it's a recompense no man evil for what? Evil.
That's right.
You understand? Like you don't take correction into your own hands. Somebody doing something wrong, you come and get the counsel and let the counsel decide that judgment. But you know, because he steal from you, now you go do what? Steal from him? You shouldn't do that. Because maybe he wasn't the person that stole from you. You understand? Right, read on.
Verse 18. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men.
Yeah, meaning, you know what I mean? Try your best to what? To be at peace with brothers and sisters. Try your best. Sometimes it might not happen, but try your best nonetheless. And if it don't happen, we have counsel. You understand? Try and be a brother. Right? Read on.
Verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves.
That's what he's basically trying to get you to understand. Recompense no man with evil is what? Don't avenge yourself. You understand? Living peaceably with people mean what? You're not going to what? Avenge yourself. Read on.
But rather give place unto wrath.
Meaning what? Not say to what? To just turn, you know what I mean, turn away or you know what I mean, or just walk away from the situation. No. If somebody do you wrong, let's get a counsel. You understand? You go get that counsel. You understand? You are given what? Place onto what? To wrath. Right? Meaning the Lord's judgment, not your judgment. Sorry, read on.
For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord.
Yeah, you go get counsel on it. You understand? You and that brother go to counsel. And in that counsel, the Lord is there. And the judgment is going to come down. You understand? The Lord is going to repay. You don't have to worry about it. You understand? You don't have to now go and try to avenge yourself. No. Read on.
My question is in the end of 20.
Go ahead.
Verse 20. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him.
Mm-hmm.
If he thirst, give him drink.
Mm-hmm.
For in doing so, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head.
Yeah.
So
I see Commander Junior Hannah done this a lot of times. I mean, we follow a man that is better than us are.
That's right.
You know how much people talk evil about Commander Junior Hannah? And what did he do? What did he do? He fed them. You understand? Give them water. And in that, you're doing what? You were heaping coals of fire on their head. Meaning what?
That's what I don't know, sir. I feel like it's meaning like
Okay, now think about this, right?
Think about it.
Think about this, right? Would you want Yaniza to take a shovel with coals, hot coals, and put it in your head? Now, think about it like that now. Remember, this person is your what? Is your enemy. But the Most High is telling you to do what with him?
To feed him and give him a break. To not pay his evil back with evil.
Yeah, don't hurt him.
It says for the Lord. The Lord will repay him.
Yes, the Lord is going to see that you're not the problem. You're not the issue. Where's them people that wear the sackcloth? Nowhere. And sit on a couch. They're nowhere. You understand? You don't see them no more. You understand? And these other groups that want to talk evil about Commander J and Hannah, wait and see what's going to happen. You understand? And I'll bring it back to you. You know what I mean? It's simply, you now are not going to do what? You are not doing what? It said it above. You're not doing what? They're trying to stick to you not doing what? What are you not doing?
I don't know. Not entertaining it.
You're not avenging yourself. You're not doing it. You understand? You taking it to council. You letting the council decide it. You understand? No. If this person still wants to act, you know what I mean, foolish or stupid, guess what? Hey, shalom, brother. Hey, shalom, sis. How you doing? You good? You're hungry? You need some water? Need some food? You understand? The Lord is telling you he's going to deal with that person. You understand? He's going to deal with them. Read verse 21.
Verse 21. Be not overcome of evil.
Because somebody do a wrong act. Tonight they have to pay. Yeah, see a woman, you do a woman some evil. Oh, no, tonight, no, we gonna get this over with tonight. You understand? Do her some evil. She want this taken care of tonight. Brother, somebody do something. You want what? You want revenge tonight. You want it done tonight. But Paul is saying what? Be not what?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
So you went out on my laptop. So what you saying, that heaping the hot coals on their head is making the punishment from the Most High worse?
Yes. That is exactly it.
Sir.
It's no, just picture this. It's like you on a corner and you speaking, and then some Israelite group come out. Right? I seen it done. It was on the other side. And Commander Johanna said, yo, give them men some water. We give them water. Does that make us our friend now? No. You understand? No. You think they wasn't talking evil about us? You understand? Right? Like, the Lord is basically telling you, you do not get revenge. He's going to deal with it. You ask for the counsel. You come and ask for the counsel. Somebody do something in the world, right, on the job, you come and ask for counsel. on how to go about dealing with it. And we'll tell you how to go about dealing with it. Maybe you might have to come visit whoever is on that job that giving you some issues. You understand? And let it be known. You understand? But the Lord is the one that's going to, you deal with them the way the Lord said to deal with them. You understand? Meaning what? You not trying to do what? Hurt them.
Right.
You ain't trying to get revenge. You understand? On them. The Lord now is going to watch how you dealt with that person and deal with them. You understand? You're going to heap coals on your enemy's head arc. That's by the way you deal with them. You understand?
Come on.
You're good with that, Aquaba? I ain't telling you now to go sit down and eat with them. You know? You understand what I'm saying? I ain't telling you to do that. It's telling you, read verse 20 one more time.
Be not overcome of evil.
No, 20.
Salakia. Verse 20. Therefore, if thy enemy hunger, feed him. If
man that talking, he talking, shit about you. You understand? In some other fake group. What we do with Christians?
So Salakia, Cap, real quick. One time we was at camp and it was a guy was out there. He was trolling. He was making all kind of noise, cutting up in front of the camp. And just remind me what Officer Rock fed him, gave him a sandwich, and it took the demon straight out of him.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
That you understand. It could do that also too. But guess what? The Lord gonna deal with it. Don't think the Lord sleeping on it. He gonna deal with it. You understand? Right? But he making clear to let you know vengeance is what? Mine's.
That's right.
Not yours. You understand? All right. All right. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer. Who I passing the class over to?
Salakia, sir, Officer Kodam.
To priest and officer Kodam. I believe young man, I believe Jeriel. I'm gonna get a question. Come next week. I'm gonna get this question, right?
Come, sir.
All right. Just to answer him quick, does a woman being a concubine mean you have to sleep with her? There's a law on it. You know what I mean? It's telling you if you want her, come next week. We'll get a law on the concubine. I believe it's where what's his name? Kowal, where he was reading it in Deuteronomy. I believe. All right. So just ask for that next week. Salaki Boda. Kodam. Pass the class over the priest and officer Kodam.
Come on, clap it up for the class. Mina Israel Amajim. I'm gonna run a one courtesy salute to the teacher. Mina Israel Amajim Shabbat. Amajim Barak. Yahweh Ba Shimi Avashah Brakatham.
Yahweh Ba Shimi Avashah Brakatham.
Got Matah. Saw him in the turn. Sisters Amajim in the stand, Baba Kisha. Mina Israel, we're going to run a one courtesy salute to the sisters. Mina Israel, Imam Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shema.
Yahweh Shema, Taba, Shema Shai.
Got Matah. Yeshab, you mean to be seated. Security announcements with an eyes cut out of 1 West 123 Harlem, New York, operating under the leadership of Commander Jenny Hanna. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offer for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation is the Feast of Purim, which will be the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, which is Monday, March the 2nd, and Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2026. You can find it in the Esther, the 9th chapter, to the 20th and the 31st verse. You understand? Reminder, listen, we got the Passover. You understand? Houston, Texas, man, y'all already know, man. Get your $200 in order. You understand? Get all your affairs in order. Consult with your camp leader. You understand? If you need any help with anything, man. You understand? If anyone want to be a troop in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, class dismissed.
That's right. That's right. You got it? Share this real quick. Like this in the class still.
We're going to be in Houston, Texas from April 1st to April 5th, celebrating the Lord's 57th annual Passover, fishing, horseback riding, rides for the kids, bounce houses, and the annual lamb slaughter held at the BH Ranch. And it ain't no party like the all-black party, the annual all-black party. 14149 Player Street in Houston, Texas. You know it's going to be lit. All leading up to Saturday, April 4th, the Lord's 57th annual Passover. You still got time. Go to isupk.com to pay your Passover fee. 18 and over, $200. You do not want to miss the Lord's 57th annual Passover. Houston, Texas. Shalom.